Alright, this is part 2 of the hot blast furnace. And now when I start mine, like I said, even if I start with wood, I get a good hot bed of wood coals in there. Get your wood going, get your kindling going, get some wood going. And if you got a lot of smaller stuff, you can put a lot in there. That's easier to get that hotter bed of coals going real quick instead of having big cuts. And once you do that and you go put your coal in, if you're using the anthracite like I am, you can layer it in there. It'll get going a lot faster for you to get it going. But you can open that bottom door, and once you see that take off and start burning, go ahead and add you another layer and another layer. Now I've been trying to learn how to burn this as low as I can right now, because it ain't, man, we're having right at freezing temperatures at night, and then it's getting up to 48, 55 in the days. So, and here we are in the middle of January, almost the end of January. So that's what I suggest you do. Get a good fire going in your firebox. Once that gets burning and you can start spreading it out and it's burning good, then start layering your coal in there. And like I said, I'm just using my little ash shovel. I've never used it. I'm going to get something better though. I think I already bent that one. And you know, have something long enough you can reach in there. Of course, I use welder's gloves too. That way I don't have to worry about my wife or anybody coming in here and getting burnt. But then I just start putting a shovel in the back. I start in the back and I come to the front. I just put a layer and then another layer. And once you get that going, you can shut that bottom door. Once that coal starts burning, you can come in here and actually add a layer. You ain't got to do this every time. You can go ahead and add another layer of coal in there. And once you get your desired amount in there, hey, you're good to go. Now, let's go on, let's see, say 9 o'clock at night, it'll be 8, 9 in the morning before I tend to this again. I'll come in here in the morning, I'll open this bottom door, and a shaker grate, I'll grab my handle, I'll put it on there. And you'll notice that it'll be dark. You won't see the glow. That's the glow from the coal burning in there. That's not in the ash pan. That's the coal. That's the glow from your coal burning. Now, you'll notice that dark. So what you'll want to do, shake your grate, and you'll see your ash go down. Once your ash goes down, then you know, hey, you've got your ash out of your coal in there. Now, my opinion, I don't suggest you start poking in this anthracite. If it was bituminous, you're fine. This anthracite, you'll see you'll still have that nice even bed burning back through there. Leave that bottom door open and then start layering your anthracite back in there again. Now, like I said, do not fill these up past your fire brick. You know, in mine, even with my wood, I've probably never burnt no more than 4 to 5 logs in here. Even when we had some cold temperature, I've never burnt no more than that. So I've burnt mine lower than most. I mean, I try to keep this thing burning low because this furnace is big enough to heat this house twice this size. This is only 1,800 square foot, but that's why I got it. But I didn't want to have something too big that I had to, you know, well, you got to put some bigger stuff in there to burn and be efficient, or you're going to be doing low burn. Well, I clean this out once a year. I got the brush and I'll do it. I probably get out of that whole pipe system all the way to the roof, I probably get a half a pint of soot. And that's if I'm mixing or if I'm burning something green, some green wood in there, you know. So now, like I said, I've not had no issues. So I got good draft and all. And once you learn your stove, I just stress that enough. Learn your stove, and this bottom door, this draft bar, like I said, you learn your stove, you'll find out. And if you're burning good seasoned wood, you'll find out you'll have that almost closed. Now, when it comes to this coal likes its oxygen, and from underneath, I don't see no reason to put a draft inducer, because the draft inducer blows down on it. It's going to blow down on your coal. It's not going to go blow under. It's going to be blowing down on it. And so I don't see that. And that's why I guess I seen one video, some guy's got some kind of a car blower with car intake stuff put on his down here. I don't know, he's just got his all. I don't know why he did all that. I mean, I watched his video. It's just, I see no need, none of that. Personal opinion, I mean, whatever you're having to do, I don't know where you're at, what kind of draw you got, how your pipe's running out. I have no idea. So mine's just running straight through and up the roof. It's got 3 foot of that box, and then I got 5 foot going out above the roof cap on top. I've got good draw. So I've not had an issue with draw problems. You got to understand, pressure is everything. People talk about the smoke again, coming back through the damper. Have this thing set open. Now, I will tell you this, burning the coal, normally I leave that on the medium setting or high. I hardly ever touch that door down. Now, with this coal, they say to turn that on, turn it off. And they say even if the inline, because it's still got hose in it. You got to remember, that's still got hose in it. It's not going to be closing it completely. They say once you get your coal going, you do the same thing. You turn that closed all the way. But where you want your air, that's the key right there, burning this coal. Like I said, I'm loving the anthracite. I'm telling you, it is very consistent. And like I said, I'm going to put that damper in. 10 years, I ain't bothered. Ain't wanted to. I've not had a problem with burning through wood. Like I said, it took me a season and a half to figure my stove out. If I was burning some wet wood or good seasoned wood, or if I'm mixing it, that all depends on how much I open that draft down there. Now with the door damper, I always have it open. I'd have it on high because it closes off itself and it'll open back up. But like I said, there's other things I seen that I like somebody did. I thought about doing it to mine. The thermocoupler, Honeywell makes a deal you can put on there and adjust that to where you can have it kick on and off at whatever temperature you like instead of what that's set at. So I see no problem with that. But all this stuff where I've seen people just doing all kinds of crazy stuff, packing this full of installation and all these blowers to the front and all that, there's no need for that. This stove has burnt me just fine. Like I said, I just put fire brick in it because where the wife or the kids coming here and they throw wood in here or something in the mornings when they got up, got ready before they went out the door. If I was asleep still or whatever, they've hit the fire brick. They've broke a few. No big deal. They're $3.22 a Tractor Supply. But I had 9 of them broke. I replaced all of them here the other day. But anyway, yeah. Learn your stove. Don't get frustrated with it. Learn your stove, no matter what stove you get. Learn your stove, especially when it comes to burning this coal. Now, this, like I said, this was new for me. And it's been 2 weeks now. So, and I've had no problem getting the anthracite going, even if I just used wood. So, I've had no problem at all. Like I said, I'll open my door. Now, don't leave that unattended or forget you done that. If you walk off to get coffee or something, you better make sure you don't leave that unattended. Because, man, if you have this thing stoked up, you're going to have a daggum meltdown. You're going to get hot back here. And you don't want to damage your stove. You don't want to crack it. These things, you spend a lot of money and time on them. And they, for it. And to do a purpose to save you money, not cost you money. So, do it right. Do everything right. Set it up right. And learn your stove. And like I said, if you learn that draft down there, like I said, I'm finding it fine with the coal. I just have it all the way open, and I'm good. So, yeah. I've had no issues with it, and still going strong. My blowers, the dual blowers, still going strong. Like I said, I never dudded it in. I just left them 2 elbows on it, blowing straight into the house. And like I said, now I'm experimenting doing the coal. So I'm liking it better than the wood. I'm going to keep splitting my wood, getting my wood, cutting it, splitting it, stacking it up, letting it season, because who knows how long we're going to be able to get coal, around here. So, but yeah, learn your stove. I don't see no need in changing anything. Just learn how to set everything up. And as the book says, I do recommend you just leave that on high or medium. Leave it on high. They say you leave it on high. You know, that's what the book calls it. It'll open and close. Now, if you feel like you need to close it down some, you can. Once you set it at that point, that's as far as it's going to open. So just remember that. But that draft door is everything. Even burning your wood, but especially with this coal. So let's look at the fire one more time. I'm gonna put another layer in here. See there, all the way to the back. That's anthracite. Oh, it's nice and clean. You have no smoke. You go outside, you have no smoke. So you'll really like it. And I'm gonna put another layer in there, and then I'm gonna be done layering this for the night. I'm gonna put one more layer in there. That it usually takes me 3 times in 30 minutes to do that, within 30-minute period to do that and get what bed of coals I want, and then I'm done. And like I said, I've got this back door open here, and because it got too hot me just sitting here. So, and that temperature is going to probably hold right there. It'll probably be around 4 1/4 once I shut this back door back up, because it's sucking in all that cold air blowing through now. But that'll get up to probably back up to about 450, and it'll hold there all night long and keep it nice in the house. Real consistent with the coal. I actually believe these were designed better for coal than they were wood. But anyway, there you go. I hope I answered him. If you got any questions, you know, comment, and I'll be more than happy to, you know, help you answer whatever, you know, questions you have. But I hope I answered some, or, you know, solve some people's problems or whatever. But like I said, just think about everything, you know, pressures, everything from outside to inside your home can change and cause you to get the smoke back through your damper here. That's why I do recommend you do what the book says. Leave it on high. So that down there is your key to this stove. And once you figure that out, and if you be consistent with your wood, if you're burning wood, I suggest you do have bigger chunks like I got over there. Now, once you get your small stuff going, your kindling going, and you start throwing them in there, you want to get them going too, because if not, they're going to sit there and you're going to have a lower burn, and you will get good burn time. That's what I like about some of the bigger chunks. But I try to mix it up so I don't get too hot, and then it don't cool off on the real cold nights, and I still have a long burn time. I don't have to worry about waking up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. So just learn how to set your stove and try to get good seasoned wood. I will tell you, I burn mainly oak and hickory. I've had some hackberries. I've had 2 or 3 hackberries on the property here. I had one come down. That on the bottom is nice and dry. Hackberry will burn hot. In my opinion, it'll get hotter than pine, but it'll get hot. If you got dried hackberry, it seasons out quick. Hackberry will season out in about 6 months. It'll be hard. It'll be dry, man, and it burns hot. It'll get going quick, and it burns hot. So, but yeah, just keep it in mind how you mix your wood, how you know, and everything. But I do suggest you try to get your wood to season a good year, 2 at the most, if you can. You're going to find real success with this furnace. A lot better if you do it like that. Like I said, I usually have mine burning a lot lower. That's the way I like it, because our temperatures. So like tonight, I think they're calling for it to get down to 29, right at freezing here. But then tomorrow, temperature's going to be up to 54. So, you know, I don't want it to be burning so hot through the day. So I've been trying to learn how low I can burn coal without doing it. I about got that too. It's taken me about a week, but I about got that figured out too. So, and it's once you get that bed started, you want to be consistent on how you maintain that. And like I said, but you're going to find less time doing that than you are worrying about wood and you're going off for the day. Well, that coal, you come back in the evening, you're good to go. And so you open that bottom door, shake your grate, layer some coal in there, and let that get going, and close that door. Just don't leave that door open and walk off, because you're going to find it'll get really hot with the coal. But there you go, guys and ladies. Y'all, you know, like I said, any comments, I'm more than welcome to try to answer what I can. I'm sorry I hadn't some of my videos, I think I got it all the things turned off to where unless I'm on my YouTube, I don't see the comments, so they don't go to my emails. So, but that's my experience with the stove. This is the Hot Blast 1500. And like I said, if you have the 1557M, it's the same thing. It's just that one was for Tractor Supply. These were for U.S. Stove. So, but there you go. I'll go out here and I'll get these run up so y'all can see them. Thanks for looking.